I don't want to talk a lot before a game like that. I just want to tell you that we need to be together.
Omo, when they said Nigeria know they carry last, they really meant it. We are going to play small game. They have released squad list first. This is wild. You know, the Four Nation tournament dubbed the Unity Cup will be played the ending of this month, which is May. Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. Amongst all these four nations, Nigeria is the first to release their squad list, which is very, very good. I believe it sends a warning to the rest of the teams that, see, we are not here to play. It might be a friendly, but then we are not here to play. Eric Sekweshel, well played. Now, my name is Adam. I'm a Ghanaian. I'm here with Chanana. We are coming to give our honest opinion on the squad. But for the sake of this video, you can call me Buka. I like that Nigerian name. Chanana.
Chinedu in the building.
In the building, of course. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. And also, join us in the convo. Like, let's talk about all this. Let's talk about the squad. Which players do you want to see in? Which players do you want to see play against Ghana in the Unity Cup? Now, let's jump into it and talk about the goalkeepers. Amas Obasogi, Stanley Nwabali, and Maduka Okoye, 3 goalkeepers called by Eric Sekweshel for the Unity Cup. Now, first of all, let's talk about Stanley Nwabali. He's not a new face to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, this player has experience and currently the #1 goalkeeper for Nigeria. So, I would just say I'm not surprised with the call-up. But the second one, I might say I'm surprised with is Maduka Okoye. He's a very good player, plays for Udinese, got injured because of that. I believe that's why he was not called up for the last one. But do you think him coming back would be a challenge for the coach to select who is going to start against Ghana or in the Unity Cup?
Yeah, I think it will be a very big challenge because, as you all know, he was the #1 before he got injured.
Right.
Stanley Nwabali came to deputize and he's doing very well in the position. But as the #1 goalkeeper, the original #1 is back. He's not coming to sit down and do like this. And he's come to fight back for his position.
And it's not like he's not doing well. After the injury, he
has not missed any game.
And he's performing extremely well. If you take a look at his ratings, it's very well.
Even though he has been conceding a lot of goals, but his rating shows that most of the goals are not his fault. The Udinese as a team are not doing very well now. So sometimes you don't understand when you're a goalkeeper and the defenders are conceding goals, whether you like it or not.
You face a lot of shots.
You make saves. You watch the last game, he made a lot of saves, but still ended up conceding 2 goals.
Yeah, against Juventus.
Yes. So that you tell that he's doing very, very well.
All right.
So this one, I think the coach will have a bit of a headache.
Yes. So guys, let's throw this question to you. Who do you want to see as a #1 goalkeeper for the Nigeria Super Eagles and also play in the Unity Cup? There is also Amas Obasogi making up the 3 goalkeepers called by Eric Sekweshel for this particular tournament. I think there's no issue with the goalkeepers, right?
Yeah.
Now, you seem tired. Now, let's move away from that and talk about the defenders. Now, with the defenders, there are only 2 senior players in there.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
The rest are new players.
Yes.
So, guys, let's jump into it very, very quickly. The first one is Bruno Onyemichi, who plays for Olympiacos. Good player by our standard, part of the squad the last time they played in the World Cup qualifiers. What do you have to say about this?
I think it's a perfect opportunity because the last 2 games he didn't get the opportunity to play.
He played, but he didn't play. He came off the bench most of the times. We all complained.
Yeah, so with this one, I think this one is going to start. So this is the time to show the coach that, hey, coach, next time don't put him on the bench.
I think
me start and do the work.
You know the funny thing, he made a mistake. Let's be very honest with ourselves. Playing Ola Aina and Vital Said Samuel in the same game, players who play the same position in the same game was a mistake. He should have just used Bruno Onyemichi in that game. But it's good that this time around he's in the Unity Cup. This is justify your inclusion for him. I'm not going to lie. Just solidify your position. Now the next player, who is also a senior player, is Semi Ajayi, who plays for West Bromwich Albion. Now with this player, a lot of question marks because he got injured, was not part of the last call-up. When he came back from injury, in the last 5 or even expanding to like 10 games, he has played only 1 game. What do you have to say about it? Do you think it's the right thing to do?
For me, I'm a bit surprised that he's getting a call-up because he came the whole of, let's say, half of the season, he has been injured. So he came back and just played 38 minutes.
That's their last game?
Yeah, that's the last game. That's the game he's played, 38. Then now the season is over. And we all know West Ham didn't qualify for the playoffs. West Bromwich didn't qualify for the playoffs. So meaning his season has ended. So he getting the opportunity. But since it's a friendly game, sometimes you don't blame the coaches. And because of his experience too.
Exactly, that's what I was because there's no trust in the
a lot of defenders are missing.
Yeah, so you want someone who can still fill in the boots of trust give these players that leadership they need, but then comes with the experience and everything. So I believe that's why he's included.
And I think he's one of the players that we have a particular caliber of players that whenever they play for their national team, they do very well.
Exactly.
I think it's that caliber of that's why the coach is having a confidence to call. Even though he has played just 38 minutes, the coach is having a confidence.
So guys, let us know what you think about Semi Ajayi being included to the squad. Now let's move away from that and talk about Ugo, who plays for Slava Prague. Good player by all standard, was part of the last call-up, but did not play a single game. I believe that was not fair on the part of the coach. He should have been given at least 10-15 minutes to show what he can do, because he has been fantastic with Slava Prague. So I just don't want to talk too much about this player. He has been good. This is an opportunity for him to show us that the trust we have in him is good. We are Ghanaians. We are giving our honest opinion on this. We are not going to be biased on this at all. Now let's talk about some new players who have been included to the squad. Ifeanyi Onyebuchi. He plays for Enugu Rangers International in Nigerian Premier League. He was part of the provisional squad when Eric Seppichel first named the squad. But the final 23, he was not part. Now that he's part now, good for him. What do you have to say about this player?
I think you can see a consistency with something. Since he was part of that squad, and that tells you that Eric Seppichel is having a bit of faith in him. So now he's giving him an opportunity. Since he's calling a lot of local players, it's now time for him to prove his mantle, to show what he can do. Because I'm sure with this squad, he's going to get an opportunity to play.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if you get an opportunity and you don't seize the opportunity.
So this is his time to shine.
It's true. Now let's talk about other new players that have been included. Junior Nduka plays for Remo Stars. Also, Sudik Ismaila, Remo Stars. These two players are regular for the Remo Stars this season. What do you have to say about these players from Remo Stars?
I will say it once again. This is an opportunity for them to stake a claim. You understand? Because most of these players, if they don't do well, they're getting a call-up will be a very long time to come. So this is an opportunity to, even if you're not going to be playing regularly, the coach will always get a look in at your performance and see what you can do. And playing for the national team can open doors and opportunities for you.
Yeah. So as he said, can open doors and opportunity. Ghana-Nigeria game, regardless of the players playing in it, is always a big game, and the whole continent will be watching. So if you are from Remo Stars, if you are from like Enugu Rangers, and you have this opportunity, don't cheat. Seize the opportunity. Now the next new player I want to talk about is Waliu Ojetoi, who plays for Ikorodu City. Also same as the rest of the players, they have been added to the squad to justify their inclusion. Maybe in the next call-up, one of these players might solidify a position in there. So this time around, all these players need to impress not only on the training grounds, but when they are given the opportunity, they also show what they can do.
So a lot of them will get the opportunity to play.
Yes, definitely, and it's a friendly game. So the fact that you can make a lot of substitutes is there.
Even most of the senior players are even missing. That should tell you that you are going to play at least from 20-30 minutes. Then you get to exhibit what you can do.
Now let's talk about the last defender here. That's Felix. Now Felix Egu plays for Werder Bremen. Nationality switch issue. So because of that, if you take a look at the list, he has been, there's something they're called available for training. That means that the possibility of him playing or not is 50-50. Currently, the NFF is waiting for approval from FIFA for his nationality switch to be completed. But then still, he has been called because the possibility of it being done within that period is high. What do you have to say about this?
I think the coach wants to get him some familiarity since it's a nationality switch. That tells you he doesn't know anything about his new players. So the coach wants to get him to familiarize himself with the new players. When the opportunity comes and he can play, they'll give him the chance. But if he can't play, it's good to come, because when he comes the next time, most of these players he's going to meet them again. So with the first inclusion, that tells you he will be familiar with some of them, which will take away that shyness and other things from him. So that when he gets the opportunity, these are my friends, these are my brothers. Let's do the work, and he's done it.
So this is also good. I just want to support what he said. The thing is, this is a player who played for German's youth, side, and has decided to switch nationality. We have always been saying this. Most of these players to switch nationality and come to Africa. Felix Agu is doing that, so that is good. From Eric Seppichel, scouting the player, convincing him, and also switching nationality. Now let's move away from the defenders and talk about midfielders. When it comes to midfielders in Africa here, the argument is always between Ghana and Nigeria. When you mention Ndidi, you will also mention Thomas Partey. When you mention Onyedika, we mention Kudus. So it has been a banter. But this time around, there are only a few senior midfielders that have been called up. And I wanted to go through it very, very quickly. Wilfred Ndidi, Leicester City relegated, but still attracting interest from other European clubs. Do you think he brings his experience into this game like this?
The least said about him, the better. Whatever he's going to do on the pitch will not be a surprise to anyone. So there's nothing to say about him. He's a legend.
Right. So let's move away from that and talk about Frank Onyeka. He was not part of Eric Sekushel's first call-up. And in fact, afterwards, there was a video of him trending saying that he knows there is another game between Ghana and Nigeria. He would like to play in that one, but he's not perturbed. Now, most time of this season, he played it on loan at Augsburg. Now he's returning back to his parents' club, Brentford. And I just believe that this is an opportunity for him. The fact that he was not part of the last call-up and he's now part of this one is an opportunity for him to solidify his position. What do you have to say about him?
No, his performance for Augsburg, he did very, very marvelously well on loan. And so I'm even tempted to say that I'm sure that Augsburg will be trying to sign him permanently. It's on a permanent deal because of what he did for the club. Because you always see him, and I believe he has 2 or 3 goals even this season.
I mean, he was honored when he was leaving. They gave him the flag, the fans, everyone cheered him.
And I tell you that he did very well for the club. He didn't leave through the back door.
Yes.
So that tells he did very well. So we are hoping that when he gets this opportunity, Charlie, he will perform, because Nigeria have a lot of squads. So if you don't perform, they're calling you again will be difficult.
Very
my
difficult.
Brother.
Yeah, and the coach, this is his first time. He's trying to get his correct squad. So now let's move away from Frank Onyeka and talk about Christian Tusuichi. Finally, he's in the squad. I mean, we talked about him a lot in our previous videos. And because he's playing at Getafe and what he's doing with the club this season, I had always said that he should be in the squad. And I'm happy right now he's getting his opportunity. What do you have to say about him?
You see, players like this, I like them because he's a multifunctional player. Can play as a defender and also play as a midfielder.
Right.
So with players like this, sometimes you don't even tell them what to do. You know what to do. So the only thing is he should come and prove that he can do it, because he has been doing it for Getafe back. The national team is also a different ball game altogether. So he has to come and prove that, no, when I wear the green and white jersey, I'm also going to do it. That's all.
President Tusuichi, I'm putting my faith in you. You have talked about it several times. As a Ghanaian, the way I support you, we beg you, go for our hand. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Papa Mustafa Daniels, who played most part of the season with Niger Tornadoes in the Nigeria Premier League. But what we hear is that Young Boys are in talks with him to complete a deal for next season, which is very good for the player, because after not being paid 4 months in the Turkish league and moving to Nigeria, that is some wild, how will I say, blessing for the player. But then he was part of the last call-up, did not play, but I've seen him play with the Chan team against Ghana. Super player. And this is an opportunity for him, because this is like back-to-back call-up for him. What do you have to say about this?
Him getting the opportunity tells you that he's doing very well, because as you said earlier, I went to Turkey, and because of money issues, and he came back.
His contract, came to Nigeria,
and now he's gotten an opportunity to go back. That's why he came back. He did very, very well. That's why he has gotten an opportunity to another European club. So that should tell you that with this squad, I know he's going to get a look in by the coach. He's going to play, because everything is showing that the coach wants to use this guy as a darling boy. Because when even he called a senior players, he added him to the list. So with him now there, this is his chance to shine, to shine, so that he can mantle shoulders with the senior men. But the Charlie for another day, we will play.
He has to bamba with the big boys.
Yes, you want to bamba.
Yes. So now let's talk about some new players that have been included to the squad. In the midfielders, Collins Ugeze or Ugweze. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Please forgive me. Let me know. Now, Collins plays for Rangers International, Enugu Rangers International, and he has played 4 games in their last 5 games. Good player by our standard. I've seen him his statistics. I've not seen him play before, but I've seen the statistics, which is not bad. If you see players who have been rated highly and they are playing regularly for their club side, I kind of like it, and I kind of get why Eric Sekusel and the coaching staff would go for a player like this from the Nigerian league. And let's not forget, Eric Sekusel's assistant coaches are from the league itself, so they know what they are about. So if you see some players being selected, it's no joke. Yes. Now let's move away from that and talk about another new player that has been included, and that is Xavier Isaac. Xavier Isaac also plays for Enugu Rangers. So what do you have to say about this player?
For the last 5 games, I think he has played all. Just missed one out of the last 5 games. So that tells you, when you watch his performance in a long span, I've not seen him play before, I'll not lie about that. But his statistics shows that he's a very, very good player, and he's someone that, as you said, all the assistant coaches are from the league, so they see him, they are studying him. This is not just, they don't see him one performance and say, come and play.
I think he has really noticed him for a very long
period of time. He has done well. That's why he has been given this opportunity to shine. So I'm sure he's going to take it, because playing for the national team comes with so many opportunities and advantages.
All right, so guys, that's it with the midfielders. I'm going to go through it very quickly. Wilfred Ndidi, Franco Nyeka, Christian Uche, Papa Mustafa, Daniels, Collins, Ugweze, and also Xavier Isaac. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Is there any player you want to see here that is not here? Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Now let's talk about the forwards. If you talk about Nigeria and their strongest assets is their forwards. Now they have called some players, but then there is no Victor Osimhen, which in fact, I'm not going to lie to you, as a Ghanaian, I'm annoyed.
No lookman.
No lookman. I'm also annoyed because this is a big game. We want banter. The fact that osimhen and ademola lookman are not part of this squad, I'm really annoyed, because it takes the joy out of the game for me. Even though it's going to still be competitive, but then it takes the joy out.
This will give our coach also an opportunity to do some nonsense on the field.
Okay, so if that's the case, we'll also drop our key player. Then
we'll just do some things on it, because we realize that Nigeria are not taking the game
serious. We want to banter. Why are you people doing this? But anyways, let's talk about the players that have been called. Samuel Chukwueze, he has been called. I believe among some of the players, the senior players, is one player that has played very well this season and called up to the last, international break. Played. We all talked about his performance, but I also knew he was going to be called. I'm not surprised with the call up. Are you?
Not at all.
All right, so let's talk about the next one. Moses Simon, also senior player, good player by all standard, performed very well this season with his French league side.
Nantes.
He performed extremely well. Looking at his age, the numbers he's given, it is wild. And even the international break, he also performed very well. But let's talk about this one. Kelechi
Senior man is back.
Look, I was surprised when he was added to the squad. I'm not going to lie. And the reason why I was surprised is that if you take a look at this season, he went on loan from Sevilla to Middlesbrough. Scored only one goal.
One assist.
One
in the last 10 games.
In the last 10 games.
That's very bad.
I don't want to talk too much, and then I'll take over.
Kelechi, with what he has done or he has proven over, this is a very bad season that he has had. But sometimes, it's football. You can't always have a good season. Even the best players sometimes go through this rough patch. So we are hoping that he's going to bounce back. But I'm sure he's getting a call based on his seniority and the experience he will bring up to the team. But a lot of these players are young players. So he having played for the national team for a period of a long time, I think the coach is giving an opportunity to come back. And I'm sure this player, seeing senior man in the mix there, Charlie, it will hide their spirit a bit. So let's see what he will bring to this squad. But based on his performance there, I don't expect anything great from him because of the recent performance from him.
But Kelechi in actually being part of this squad is dangerous, because the last time they played against Ghana, he scored a goal. So, I mean, regular customer, he can still make it happen. Regular customer. Now, guys, let us know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. The next player is Nathan Taylor for Bayer Leverkusen. The last call up, he was included to the final 23, but was out because of an injury. Last minute. So this time around, he's still in the squad because we still want to see what he adds up to the Nigeria Super Eagles squad. So I'm not going to say too much about him. Let's move on from that and talk about the most interesting one, Cyriel. We have talked about him. I know Nigerians, they all said, why is the coach not calling this player? He's performing well, he's doing that, he's doing this. Now, the good news is that he's now part of the squad. We want to see what he can do. Now, he's not new to Super Eagles. He played with the squad. I mean, he was part of the squad when Nigeria beat Sao Tome 10-0. He was part of the squad. That was 2022. Now, this player is scoring a lot of goals with Rangers in the Scottish League, currently with the golden boot for the Scottish League. What do you have to say about this player?
Since senior man or the Victor Osimhen or the I think he's going to occupy the number 9 role, and this is a very good opportunity to tell the coach that Charlie, even though you have Osimhen, I can also be reliable, I can also be counted on. So let's see what is going to be, because with his numbers there, him scoring will not be an excuse, but I want to see his performance for the national team. All right,
so guys, so that's with Cyriel. Let me know how excited you are to see this player play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The next player is Tolu Arukudari. He was part of the last caller, played some few games. In fact, I was disappointed because the second game they played in the World Cup qualifiers under Erisa Kushel, he had some clear chance that
he kicked the ball some way.
But then let's talk about him. What do you think he brings to the squad? Obviously, a very good player this season.
A very good. He has a very, very good season with Genk, and he's the type of profile that's different from Osimhen and other things. He's that sector guy, heights, he enjoys a lot of air balls and other stuff. So when even things are not going on well for Nigeria, you can tweak the formation, everything, and just bring in him and change your style or approach the game. So this is a different profile of players that every coach sometimes you need them in your team, like the Peter Crouch.
Yeah. But you know the funny thing, regardless of the fact that there's no Ademola and Osimhen, the squad still looks dangerous. Because they all have good numbers across Europe. But that's wow. Now let's talk about Ahmed Musa. This is a huge argument in Nigeria. I'm not going to lie. See, I posted the highlights some few days ago talking about players who should return to their team. People were saying Ahmed Musa, others were saying he has passed his time. He shouldn't come. But it would surprise you that with Kano Pilas this season, he is banging in goals. His last game for Kano, he scored 2 goals. This season, his goals is in double figures. He's no joke. Even at this age, he's giving you numbers.
He's the one they call Olu-maintain.
I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited that he has been included. One player that I'd love to see. I'm just excited that he has been included to the team. Ahmed Musa. Let me know your thoughts about it. I know people have divided opinion about him. I'm not going to lie. People have crazy divided opinion about him. Now, let's talk about some new players that have been included to the Super Eagles of Nigeria in their strikers or forward position. The player is called Cyriel who plays for Remo Stars. Now his statistics this season is 5 goals in 29 games. Do you think he's good enough to make the squad?
5 goals in 29 games as a striker. I think it's not good enough, but maybe as a look, I think he has shown a lot of prospects. Sometimes some players you don't judge them by their numbers.
But he's not young too. He's 29
years, so maybe it's all round play and other stuff. You understand? Maybe as you have not seen him play, you just judge him straight by his numbers. But I think those who called him, they've seen a lot of things that maybe we have not seen. Okay, so let's give him the chance. As they are playing against Ghana, we will open our eyes and watch. So we will see if he's given opportunity. Let's see what he will bring.
Okay, so if that statistics is not good, let me tell you about the new player that have been added. That is Abubakar Adamu, who plays for Plateau United. He has scored 2 goals in 25 games. So if you say 5 goals, it's right. So 2 games in 25 games. What do you have to say about it?
This is stats when they take corner. He accepts the stats. Meaning every 13 games, he gives 1 goal. Hey, my brother, defender. But sometimes this guy, you can't even justify this thing, but let's see.
Some players they come into the squad and surprise
you. Since that's why I say sometimes every coach, maybe we watch the game. You see, as we've not seen him play, we just look at his stats and write him off. But those who have seen him play can tell that maybe there's something that he does as a number 9 that maybe they want. That's why they have given the opportunity. So let's see what he can do.
So guys, that is it with the forwards. I'm going to go through it very, very quickly. Samuel Chukwueze, Moses Simon, Kelechi Iheanacho, Nathan Teller, Cyriel Desses, Tolu Arukudare, Musa Ahmed, Cyriel Alimi, and also Abubakar Adamu. These are the forwards. Now, this is the full squad from Eric Sekusho, and we have done our best to give our honest opinion on the squad. But then we'll come here with another video concerning the strongest starting lineup we believe Eric Sekusho should go in with this game, especially against Ghana. That is the most important game in the Unity Cup. So guys, that is it with us. Do you have any last words?
I'm hoping that the game will be a fruitful event, that everyone will be a spectacle that everyone will love to watch. But I'm hoping for Ghana to beat Nigeria.
I think the way the squad list, I think Ghana is going to bring a worse squad list than this. But then also watch out for our next video, because Nigeria has released their squad list for their friendly game against Russia. We are going to bring a breakdown concerning the squad list, because that has another set of players. So please make sure to be logged on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam Chanana.
We
go then.
We go back.